welcome to the What at Liberty Virtual Studio. In today's session, we'll be exploring some of the reclining postures. That means we'll be laying down for pretty much all of today's tutorial. All right, all you need is a yoga mat. If you happen to have yoga blocks, great. You don't necessarily need them. You can also grab a cushion or a bolster just to have in case you need it. All right, so we'll get started by laying down on the mat. I'm gonna move these blocks out of the way. All right, so sit on the mat, bend your knees, place the soles of your feet flat on the mat, lift your chest to reach your arms forward. Okay, inhale. Okay, as you exhale, round your low back. Try to keep the soles of your feet pressing into the mat as you slowly bring your shoulders and head down to the floor. All right, once your head touches the floor, relax your arms. Okay, walk your heels in towards your hips. We're gonna start with a bridge pose. So we'll begin with supported bridge. Okay, so bend your knees, place the soles of your feet on the mat. And supported just means we're gonna have the block under the hips to help keep us up. Okay, now, if you extend your arms down alongside your body, your fingertips should just be able to graze the back of your heels. If they don't touch, that's okay. Just bring them in as close as you can and keep your knees, your feet, about hip width. So we don't want them too wide where the knees are falling in, and we don't want them too narrow. Okay, so just about hip width. All right, from here, press into your heels, lift your hips up, okay? Grab the block, and now keep in mind the block has 3 heights. So this would be the lowest, this would be medium, and this would be high. So you're gonna pick the height that works best for you. Okay, so press into your heels, lift your hips up. I'm gonna start with medium here. Now, it might take a couple seconds to get the block under the exact position, so you want to go for the lowest part of your spine. So really at the end of the tailbone, okay, at the top of the buttocks, depending how much you're blessed with, you might need to move the block around to find that perfect spot, but you should feel supported. The block shouldn't be rocking forwards or backwards. Okay, once you found that supported position, extend your arms down alongside your body, turn your palms to face down. Okay, now from here, bring the shoulder blades in towards each other so that your chest lifts. Relax the abdomen. You can gently close your eyes if you'd like. Okay, take a deep breath in through your nose. And gently exhale through your nose, let your hips soften, sinking into the block. Remember, the block is sturdy and stable to keep you supported. Inhale. And exhale. All right, from here, you have the option to switch to a higher height on the block. All right, if you'd like to switch, press into your heels, lift your hips up, and then you're gonna flip the block over. Now, if it feels like it's too high, go back to the height you were at before, okay? Just like we did the first time around, you're gonna find that sweet spot here right at the lowest part of the spine, just on the tailbone, at the top of the buttocks. Extend your arms down alongside your body, and you want to make sure the block is steady. So you might need to shift it a few times. Extend your arms down and gently close your eyes. Walk the shoulder blades in towards each other just a little bit more to give your chest a lift. If you can, touch your heels, that's fine. Some people like to grab hold of the ankles. That is optional, okay? Don't feel like you have to grab hold of them right away. It's a pretty deep back stretch. Okay. Inhale. And then as you exhale, let your hips soften. Try to relax the glutes as much as you can. Remember, the block is keeping you supported. Do your best to avoid turning your head from left to right here. You want to protect the neck. Try to keep your knees at about hip width. We'll take one more deep breath. And slowly exhale. If you're grabbing hold of the ankles, release your clasp. Place your palms flat on the mat. Move the shoulder blades apart. Press into your heels. Lift your hips up. Then move the block out of the way. Lower your hips down towards the mat. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a little squeeze here. If you like, you can pick your head and shoulders up off the mat. Bring your nose towards your knees. And then lay your head down. Now from here, keep your right knee in. Extend your left leg straight out onto the floor. Now, depending on your level of flexibility, your knee might be closer to your chest or further away, that's fine. Okay, keep the left thigh engaged. So when you rest your hand on your thigh, you should be able to feel the muscle tense. Okay, point your toes. Inhale. As you exhale, press your right knee in towards your chest just a little bit more. Inhale. As you exhale, place your left hand on your left hip, your right hand on your right knee. And then you're going to open up the hip to the right. Now keep pressing the left hip down. The tendency is for the left hip to lift. You want to keep that connection between the left side of the body and the mat as you slowly take your right knee out. Now, depending on how open your hips are, your knee might be higher or lower. That's okay. Do what feels best for you. If it feels a bit awkward for you to have your knee suspended, you also have the option to use the block here. Again, finding the right height. Rest your knee on the block. Okay. Or if you don't mind having the legs suspended, raised. Keep pressing the left hand onto the left hip. Inhale. Exhale, try to relax your glutes, let the right knee fall a little bit closer towards the floor. One more breath in. And as you exhale, bring your right knee to the center. Place your left hand on your right knee. Extend your right arm straight out beside you onto the floor, palm faces up. Then you're going to take the right knee across the body, moving into a twist here. And you're going to turn your head to the right. Now, your knee may or may not touch the floor. That's fine. Okay, but you want to try to maintain contact between your right shoulder and the floor. So as my knee goes down, my right shoulder lifts. When I press my right shoulder down, my knee goes up. You might be able to have your shoulder and knee touching the floor at the same time. That's fine. You take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, move a little bit deeper into the twist. That means keeping the right shoulder pinned to the floor as you gently guide the right knee down and over onto the left. If you're feeling any pinching or pulling in the low back, ease the knee up just a little bit and pause there. All right, we'll take one more breath in the twist. And then slowly bring your right into the center. Okay, draw your left knee in to meet your right. Wrap your arms around both shins. Lift your head and shoulders up, nose to your knees, and then lay your head down. All right, same thing on the other side. Point your toes, extend your right leg straight out onto the mat. Point your toes, engage your thigh. Again, just touch the top of your thigh when it's relaxed. It's soft when it's engaged. You feel a little bit of action happening there. Okay, pull the left knee in towards your chest. Deep breath in. Okay, on the exhale, gently guide the knee down just a little bit more. And again, don't worry about how close your knee gets to your chest. Just keep pressing your hips down. All right, one more breath. Okay, place your left hand on your left knee, your right hand on your right hip. Inhale. As you exhale, gently guide the left knee open, so your left knee comes down towards the floor. Remember, we want to keep pressing the right hip down. The tendency is for it to lift as the knee comes down. Try to keep both hips firmly planted on the mat. Again, if your hips are more open, your knee might come all the way down to the floor. Might be a little bit tight today, that's okay. Every day is different. Inhale. Again, if it feels awkward to just have your knee suspended, feel free to grab a block. Okay. You can place the block just under your knee for support. Again, at whatever height works best, where your right hip is still planted. It's also perfectly fine. Just have the knee here, and let gravity gently guide it down with each exhale. All right, on your next inhale, get a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, guide your knee towards the center. Place your right hand on your left knee. Extend your left arm straight out beside you, palm facing up. And then as you exhale, we're taking the twist, so the knee comes over to the right. You're going to turn your head to the left. So again, we want to maintain contact between the left shoulder and the floor as we bring the knee down. Again, we might notice that as the knee goes down, the shoulder lifts. As the shoulder goes down, the knee lifts. That's okay. Keep the shoulder pressing into the mat. And on every exhale, gently guide your knee down. But if you're feeling any pinching or pulling in your low back, knees up. Okay, let the knee lift a little bit more. If you tend to clench your teeth, relax your jaw. You gently bite your teeth. And take a deep breath in. And slowly let it go. All right, bring your left knee to the center. Turn your head to the center. Bring the right knee in to meet the left. Head and shoulders come up. Nose to knees. And then lay your head and shoulders down. All right, from here, extend both legs straight up towards the ceiling. Point your toes. Palms press into the mat. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly bring both feet down. Keep pressing your palms into the mat. When you find that shaking spot, hold it right there, and then gently. Okay, from here, bring the soles of your feet to touch, knees apart. Try to relax your glutes, relax your hips. You can either place your hands on your abdomen, some people prefer to rest them on their inner thighs, whichever feels best for you. Or let the arms relax, okay? Now keep in mind, the closer your heels are in towards your groin, the more intense the stretch. The further you take your heels away from you, the more space your hips have to relax and open up. So you can start with your heels further away, and then after a few breaths, gradually bring them in, okay? You can close your eyes here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, soften the knees and let them fall a little bit closer towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale. After a few breaths, if you'd like, bring the heels in just a little bit closer towards the groin. Still pressing the soles of the feet together. Try to soften the glutes so you're not clenching your glutes. Everything is soft and relaxed here. Letting gravity help guide the knees down and open the hips up. As you inhale, try to fill up with as much breath as you can. So notice how your abdomen and chest lift. And then as you exhale, really try to squeeze all the breath out. At the end of your next exhale, bring your hands to the outside of your knees. Gently bring the knees together, soles of your feet onto the mat. All right, from here, cross your left leg over your right leg. Okay, this feels pretty good. You can hook your left foot under your right calf. If it feels like too much to double cross, that's okay. Just cross once. All right, from here, extend your arms wide. So your arms are in a T shape, palms facing up. Take a deep breath in. Okay, as you exhale, bring both knees down to the right. And then slowly turn your head to the left. Now, if you're feeling any pinching or pulling in your low back, please uncross your legs and then bring both knees down. All right, if you'd like a bit more intensity in the pose, bring your knees up towards your right elbow. All right, inhale. On the exhale, press your left shoulder down, pull your belly in. You can move a little bit deeper into the twist. On your next inhale, slowly bring your knees to the center. As you exhale, uncross your legs. Place the soles of your feet on the mat. We're going to windshield wiper the knees for just a moment, so take both knees down to the left, and then to the center, and then down to the right. You bring your knees to the center, soles of your feet on the mat. Same thing on the right. Okay, cross your right leg over your left. Again, one cross is fine. If you can double cross, you're going to hook your right foot behind your left calf. Inhale. As you exhale, take both knees down to the left. You might notice that one side is tighter than the other. That's normal. You slowly turn your head to the right. Relax the glutes, relax the hips as much as you can. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let the right shoulder relax and fall towards the floor. Move a little bit deeper into the twist. Draw the navel in towards the spine. again, if it feels like too much to have the legs crossed, you should not feel any pinching or pulling in the back. Okay, if you're feeling that kind of sensation, please uncross your legs and then bring both knees down to the leg. We'll take one more breath here. As you exhale, bring your knees to the center. Uncross your legs. Windshield wiper one more time, nice and slow, both knees down to the right. And then to the center. And then over to the left. Return to the center. Right, knees in towards your chest, wrap your arms around your shins, pick your head up off the mat. Right, if you like, you can rock gently from side to side. And then pause here. Moving into Shavasana or corpse pose, extend your legs straight out onto the mat. It can be mat width or slightly wider. Reach your arms down alongside your body. You might want to bring the shoulder blades together slightly just so your chest lifts. Right, and just relax the feet here and let them fall to the sides naturally. You can let go of any controlled breathing. Just inhale and exhale as you would normally. Relax the hands and let the fingertips curl naturally. Soften the shoulders. And relax the space at the back of the throat so that your breath can flow more freely. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. And gently part your lips. Move your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And if your eyes aren't closed already, then close them now. Soften the space between the eyebrows. If you tend to frown, just let that space relax. And let your face take on a neutral expression. Your mind starts to wander, bring your awareness back to your breath and just observing the pattern of your inhales and exhales. We'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Inhale. And slowly release.